Good evening. Welcome on in. We're live. We're getting ready for the NES Mario Decathlon. It's here, it's tonight, it's starting in a little under half an hour. I'm your host for the evening, Captain Caveman 910, and we've got seven runners expected tonight. Now you'll notice that there are only currently, six spots on the board, but we'll be following in with a seventh runner as well, and we'll be rotating around. We'll be checking in with everybody. Everybody will get a chance to be on the bright lights and on the big screen. Hey Retrophile, welcome on in. Haggard Hessian. Yes, I want to address as currently the layout is showing the first six people, but we're going to be rotating around. So Haggard Hessian is actually our seventh runner, and he'll have an opportunity to get some limelight as well. Welcome in Retrophile TV. Glad to see that you could join us tonight. So first things first, I want to give a huge shout out to Birdbase for supplying the remixes of the Mario tunes for this decathlon and inspired by this decathlon. So we will go ahead and check out Birdbase, give Birdbase a follow. Birdbase has been doing some live remixing of the songs from the Mario Decathlon. And it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun to watch those. Definitely check him out. It's a good time. Yeah, Retrophile, I know if you've got the internet outage, I know that you've got a lot going on with the CV4 tournament as well. I know you had kind of done some practice with the games, but I know that's important that's going on, and best of luck to you in that. I'm hoping to check out your tournament match on Friday. Really looking forward to that. It's Alti is here as well. It's Alti completed a run earlier in the day. Had the fastest non-race time of the day. Now, before we get started, before we start capturing the feeds for these runners, I want to just debrief you if you're new on the games and the goals. So the first game in the Mario Decathlon is Donkey Kong. The goal is to complete the rivet stage, the first loop of the game. So you can see here some relatively subpar Donkey Kong play. But once you have a runner clear out all 8 of these rivets, you've got Donkey Kong taken out and Pauline saved. You can move on to game number 2, which is Donkey Kong Jr. For Donkey Kong Jr., same thing. You're completing one loop of the game. It all culminates with this key stage. As you go through, use all 6 keys to unlock the cage that Donkey Kong is captured in. Donkey Kong falls, his son saves him, and moving on to game number 3, which is Mario Brothers. I prefer to call it Mario Brothers. I know in recent times some people have been saying Mario Bros, but the reality is it's Mario Brothers. It's the abbreviation for brothers. The goal for this game is to clear Phase 7. So you can see here, you're going to have a mixture of the fighter flies, as well as the sidesteppers, which are the crab enemies that take 2 hits in order to make them vulnerable, so that you can defeat them. The jumping in this game is a little bit wonky. This is, I think, probably one of the bigger early challenges of the run. just because a game over can be very costly. If you game over in Phase 6 or Phase 7, you have to start the whole game over from scratch. Moving on to what I call the Avidrock block of this run, starting out with Pinball. And the reason I'm referring to it as that is the goal for Pinball is just to find Mario. Now, this game was in the most recent Shardcore 20, if you're familiar with that event. Avidrock, one of our runners tonight, was a participant in that, and he ripped this game apart, and he actually found an RNG manipulation for this game, where if you hit a frame-perfect release in launching the initial ball, it will go straight into that brown circle up in the top right-hand corner of the screen, which is all you need to do for this goal. In there, you find Mario, and that's time. With the manipulation, you can do it in 17 seconds. I've seen runs take minutes. Another game that was in the previous Shardcore 20 that Avidrock has run is golf. Now, he ran a special category for that game. He ran the driver and putter only category. You can use all clubs in this run. This is probably going to be the longest game. We may see all 6 runners playing this game at the same time because of the length. It is impossible to lose, but it's easy to lose time if you make some bad shots and have to start them over. You can make some costly mistakes. But this game is free. You simply have to complete 18 holes. There's no way to lose, game over, anything of that sort. So everyone will be able to finish golf with little resistance. Wrecking Crew is our 6th game of the evening. For this one, you're going to complete Phase 8. And we'll take a look at Phase 8 right now. I will say that this is probably one of the more boring levels of Wrecking Crew, if you're not familiar with this game, as far as watching. But the goal, basically, is you are knocking down all of these different structures. Once you've taken out all of them, at that point, you advance to the next phase. This game is very forgiving. If you game over, you can continue from the exact same phase that you died in. So this one is relatively free, and we're mainly looking for some speed strategies, including getting a golden hammer, which allows you to move faster and destroy blocks more quickly. At this point, we're moving on to the most well-known games that are on the list for the final 4 here. Super Mario Brothers. The goal, as you can see over on the right-hand side, is you are completing World 2 of the game, and you are doing so without warps. So you have to clear out the first 8 stages of the game without using any warps whatsoever. We'll take a look at stage 2-4, which is the final stage our runners will be completing. You can grab a mushroom for safety, or you can go for speed with the more risky small Mario strategies. Check out that coin count, baby. Nice. After you've completed Super Mario Bros. 1 and grab the axe, you move on to Super Mario Bros. 2. Similar goal. Complete World 2 without using any warps. Here's the very convoluted plot of Super Mario Bros. 2, or at least part of it. World 2 culminates with a battle against Tri-Clyde, who some of you might remember from the Super Mario Bros. Super Show. I know I do. That was probably my first exposure to Tri-Clyde, because when that cartoon was out, I was very young and very bad at video games, and I couldn't get to him in the real game, so I had to settle for seeing him in the cartoon. Once you've defeated Tri-Clyde, you will enter the door and go straight into Super Mario Bros. 3, as made famous by the film The Wizard, starring Fred Savage. The goal for Super Mario Bros. 3 is very similar to the rest of the Super Mario Bros. Trilogy, as you are clearing World 2 of the game, which culminates with an airship where you complete an auto-scroller and you face off against one of the Koopalings, Morton Koopa Jr. Now, one thing to really watch in this particular run is it is possible that RNG could be a factor. There is a Hammer Brother that roams the map in World 2, And the Hammer Brother carries a hammer, which would allow you to break a block and skip multiple levels of World 2. So a runner who gets the RNG for that, or is potentially able to manipulate the RNG for that, can save a ton of time and get a massive leg up on the competition. I think everybody's played this one. That's, one of the best-selling video games of all time, especially of the retro era. I did not say that this was, high-level Super Mario Bros. 3 play. And here is Morton Koopa Jr. Once you've defeated him, you grab the wand, and you are out the door. And moving on to the 10th and final game, and that game is Dr. Mario. The goal for Dr. Mario is to beat level 10, and level 10 only. It leaves you with a little over 40 viruses to take out. Yeah, the airships are interesting just because of them, being auto-scrollers. There's not a whole lot you can do from a speed standpoint other than, getting in to the pipe at the first possible moment is really your only option. I do like this move I do here. I'm very bad at Dr. Mario, but I was proud of that one. Once you've cleared all the viruses off the screen, the stage is clear, and the Decathlon is clear as well. So at that point, you're all finished. And at that point, it will be GG's. If you're the first one to finish, that means that you win. This event is hosted by our friends at the Salsa Shack. I am very grateful for the opportunity to be able to host this event for everyone. This is kind of a first in the history of our Discord community. That this is the first Salsa Shack event that is being organized and run by a non-moderator of the Discord community. So I'm very grateful for the opportunity. I'm glad that I was able to supply an intriguing enough idea that people wanted to see, and that we can get participation in. Thank you so much. All right, so that does it for the games and goals. Some of our runners are already online and practicing, so I will go ahead and bring those feeds live. Some of them I need to capture on the fly here, so you'll have to forgive me if something looks a little weird for a second. You have to go easy on me. It's my first time. Looks like just about everybody is live. Yep, looks like Ariel's our last one, and he's live, so let me just capture everybody. If you're just joining the stream too, we have a 7th runner, Haggard Hessian, is here as well. And we'll be keeping you up to date on where he is in his run, and we'll patch him in at some point as well. We are going to, make sure that we showcase the leaders here of the race, but I do also want to make sure that everybody who's participating in the race, has a chance to be featured on the stream as well. So we may rotate around some runners as needed. Just get my screens up here. All right, let's grab Arn Poly. Arn Poly, as of this morning, is potentially the favorite here. We had a couple of runners share some of their full run practice times in Discord. I believe it was yesterday. And Arn Poly has put together a sub 59-minute run. He's the only one that I know of who has completed the full run in under an hour. Haggard Action is practicing golf. All right. Let's grab Ariel. Also practicing Super Mario Brothers 2. Golf is an interesting one. Again, I mean, it is free. You don't need to, get a certain score. There's no target score. This one's being a little stubborn. Can make that a little bit bigger. No, I don't want to move that. I want to move the gameplay. Yes, I do. There we go. All right, I think that's about as good as we're going to get there. And it's too big. It's fine. You get the point. Yeah, there are 7 runners. The race is starting in approximately 8 minutes at 10 p.m. Eastern. All right, we just need to grab Pico. I don't know if I dropped any frames there. If I did, I apologize. I got a warning that my CPU usage was a little high. I mean, we're running a million web browsers, and it honestly doesn't surprise me that performance may be a little bit lacking. And Pico. I hope this is good for Pico since we're just capturing the EverDrive menu. Might be a little too wide. Looks like Noise Police is pulling a complete 180 and is jumping to Tecmo Super Bowl before we get started. One thing I will say, I do want to feature both video and, and we'll be jumping in with different runners at different times for audio as well. And I want to bring that up specifically because we have normally the channel, I tend to try and be as as friendly as family friendly as possible with chat. And Noise Police flexing, and he is activating emote only chat using a channel point redemption. So we're going to take care of that. Just going for chaos. But because we'll be capturing audio from different runners, not everyone has a family-friendly Twitch channel, so throw that out the window. So I apologize if language potentially is offensive to you. You might hear some profanity if things don't if things go south in the run. All right, so I'm going to redeem this audio only here in a second. I signed myself out of Twitch on these machines, or on this machine rather, specifically because I didn't want pop-up notifications to come up or anything like that. Arn, you can. I was gonna say, if you want to turn your mic off, it's fine. I'm not requiring it. Let's go ahead and listen in to Arn Pauly. I can hear myself on Arn Pauly's stream. But we'll probably jump around and feature audio from each individual.
How was that?
Let's look at this. I have to jump through a bunch of hoops to activate my emote only chat, I think. Yeah, Mario 2 is the one that everybody seems to be worried about. I'm going to listen into noise for a second because I want to see if there's any sort of a story. Joe Polito rating with a party of 3. All right, I'm gonna get there. It was like the worst. Thank you all for the raid. Thanks for popping in. We're actually about to have emote only chat here in just a second. If a mod is in here and wants to turn on emote only chat for me, they can, or I can continue to struggle here. All right, here we go. All right, emote only should be enabled. I probably should have disabled certain redemptions. All right, we are going to check in with our runners who are all live. I don't remember how long emote only chat is. It's 2 minutes. Okay. Well, that gives us time. All right. Let's check in. Oh, I don't know why the bars are there. I'm going to recapture noise. All right, and there we are. All right, we're turning off emote only mode. Anybody that redeems something like that, it's probably getting refunded during the run. All right. And it looks like we actually have an 8th participant as well. I wasn't sure if he was participating or not. And that's Camp Huna 8. Let me grab... Make sure that he's live, and then we'll probably have our field. All right, his screen is loading up here.
Yeah, that's better. Hey, Crippled Gamer, how you doing? I'm on early because we're doing a race starting momentarily. Hit that MAR10.
Gonna take some.
All right, yeah, Camp Huna is live as well.
Getting used. I don't know it that well. The rest should be cool.
All right, I'm just cleaning up a couple other things real quick.
Wrecking Crew, I'll probably fall behind.
And then we'll be just about ready to start.
Come on, dude. Make a friggin' pick. Trigger.
Glad to have you. It is very unusual for me to stream this early. That's true.
All right, I just want to make sure that my
Takes a special
mouse
event.
cursor doesn't get in the way.
Yeah,
I will
pinball's
provide
in there.
updates
No.
on the individuals
The
that are
thing
not
with
currently being
pinball
featured
is
on
literally
stream.
Just get the
And I will also
scene with Mario in it.
like I said, shuffle them in as I
Mike.
can and as it makes sense.
All right, go. Countdown is in here.
And my alerts.
Like there's about 6 other racers live.
Feel free to check out the race link, Captain Caveman's channel, if you want to watch the bulk of us doing it, or you can hang out here. All's good either way. Happy to have you. We're going to get started here pretty soon,
right.
I think, so we'll see you on the other side.
Most people are ready. Looks like we're just waiting on 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, just one more person to ready up. All right, see everybody on Donkey Kong, including Haggard Hessian, but he is not readied in Discord, so I just want to make sure that he is in Discord. All right, looks like we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 people ready. And we'll be counting down from 10. And go. All right, timer starting. Every runner does have a timer visible on their stream. Obviously, it's not visible on my stream, but there may be some desyncing between the runners. I'll be sure to keep you mindful of that. All right, the first thing that we want to look for here is certain runners will be performing a screen wrap. I'm on the bottom of the screen. That's a death for Arn Polly. So it's possible to climb down this ladder at the beginning of the stage, or screen wrap from around the bottom of the screen and come down and finish the stage early. That's kind of an advanced strategy that will definitely save you some time. All right, Arn Polly moving on to stage 2. Looks like we have quite a few runners. Noise Police is the first runner to get to the rivet stage. So he jumps out to an early lead. Ariel not too far behind. Arn Polly now making it to the rivet stage as well. Looks like a game over from Avidrock 42. That's going to put him back quite a bit. Noise Police completing Donkey Kong first. I'm going to let you know, even though you can't see the stream at the moment, that Camp Huna 8 also on the rivet stage. Noise Police will be the first person to move on to Donkey Kong Jr. There is a 30-second wait time in between each game. Noise Police, Ariel, and Arn Polly all on Donkey Kong Jr. Most everyone continuing to play Camp Huna, finishing Donkey Kong as well. He'll move on to Donkey Kong Jr. We'll keep an eye out there. We may need to throw him in the mix sooner rather than later if he's going to keep at this pace. Avidrock and Haggard Hessian, both still on the rivet stage of Donkey Kong. All other runners playing Donkey Kong Jr. at the moment. One thing you want to watch out for in Donkey Kong Jr., on probably completing it, is there is a bit of a shortcut that you can do jumping on the spring and springing up to skip that bottom right-hand corner of the stage. Arm Poly just putting on an absolute clinic in Stage 2 of DK Jr. Arm Poly now jumping ahead, so he moves on to Stage 3 of DKJ. Ariel not too far behind on Stage 3 as well. All runners now currently in on Donkey Kong Jr. Abadrock and Haggard Hessian both finishing. Tracy moving on to Stage 3 of Donkey Kong Jr. Arn Polly and Ariel neck in neck in the final stage. Arn Polly with a bit of a lead. He enters the final key, and he will move on to Mario Brothers and be the first one to do so. So GG's on the DK Jr. for Arn Polly. Noise Police completing Stage 3 of DK Jr., moving on to the final, to the key level.
Hi, doggy.
Thank you very much for the follow, Steezo7. Ariel just a little bit behind. We've got Pico and Tracy, both in the key stage, as well as Noise Police. So 3 people about to finish up Donkey Kong Jr. Noise Police currently in 3rd with his finish. Looks like for the most part, timers are pretty well synced up. Although it looks like Haggard Hessian, who you're not seeing on your screen, is actually about a minute behind from a timing standpoint. So just for perspective, Tracy also looks like about around 40 seconds behind as far as stream timing goes. We've got a lot of people here in Mario Brothers. Avadrock now completing Donkey Kong Jr., and he's moving on. So, yeah, Haggard Hessian currently in Stage 2 of Donkey Kong Jr. Camp Huna is about to finish up Donkey Kong Jr. as well in the key stage. So still a very close race. Everyone is in there. We have Arm Polly and Ariel both in the bonus stage simultaneously. And it looks like Ariel taking a quick lead over Arm Polly by completing the bonus stage first. Both of them with a 100% completion on that stage. And that's good for safety, as that will allow you to potentially get the extra life. And that extra life may come into play as Ariel takes a death in Phase 4. Arm Polly clearing Phase 4, taking the lead back. I think we may see quite a few lead changes between these two, but as Retrophile said, there is a lot of NES Mario Decathlon left. There are a lot of games, and I think what's very exciting about this is that different skill sets for different runners. I think you'll see people pull ahead in certain games and fall behind in others, just because with 10 games, and there's a lot of variance in the styles of game. So, I don't think that any lead is safe, because some people are better at certain games than others. Avadrock now in the bonus stage of Mario Brothers. Pico de Gallo hanging out in Phase 4. Tracy also in Phase 4, but bear in mind, both Pico and Tracy are their timers are more or less synced with each other, about within 3 seconds of one another, but both of them are about 30 seconds behind Arn Polly's stream, as an example. So it's, there's a little bit of deception there in what you're seeing. Haggard Hessian moves on to Mario Brothers. Campuna also in Mario Brothers. So now all 8 runners currently working on Mario Brothers. And looks like phase 7 for Arm Polly. He is on pace to be the first one to finish. And there it is. As soon as that bonus stage loads, Arm Polly will move on to pinball. And I mentioned it in the pre-show, but for anyone who didn't have a chance to check that out, this is going to be a very interesting one because all you have to do is access the bonus stage. And there are varying ways to do that. 2 main strategies. One is to go the intended way and to play the game and try to hit the ball into the hole. But Avodrock is familiar with an RNG manipulation of a frame-perfect input that you can do on the initial plunge that will drop you right in the hole immediately. And it looks like that's what Arm Polly is trying to do. And he's just potentially going to reset until he gets it. But he currently has quite a lead. Although Tracy about to finish phase 7 of Mario Brothers. And again, keep in mind, there is a gap between their streams. So if Tracy gets the manip, or if Tracy is able to find Mario, it actually looks like Arm Polly has found Mario and is moving on to golf. Ariel and Noise Police both about to start pinball as well. Yeah, he did get the manip. I was kind of looking around at the other feeds, and I completely missed it. Now, going back to golf, it is free. You cannot lose golf, but you can certainly lose time in golf. So there will be a lot of variance. I think that for both pinball and golf, it's advantage Avodrock. He played both of those games in the Shardcore 20. He's the one who found the manip for pinball. He's probably the best at executing it. So I think Avodrock can gain quite a bit of ground as Ariel moves on to golf now. It's very likely that we'll have all 8 runners golfing simultaneously. We've now got Noise, Pico, and Tracy all in pinball. Avodrock's there as well, trying to get that patented manip. Hessian and Campuna are in Mario Brothers, and Haggard Hessian taking a game over in Mario Brothers. That's going to be costly. He has to start Mario Brothers over from phase 1. So that's a tough break for him. Campuna currently in phase 6. Want to make sure that I'm giving you the updates on the 2 runners that you currently cannot see. All right, Tracy successfully finds Mario in pinball, and Tracy will move on to golf. Now, 5 of the 8 runners now golfing. Arm Polly out in front, currently on hole 4. Avodrock still looking for that manip, and he gets it. Avodrock will move on to golf as well. So, 6 runners on golf, 2 runners on Mario Brothers. Campuna in phase 7 of Mario Brothers. We have to be careful. He is on his last life. He has 1 more enemy to defeat. It is a sidestepper. It's moving very fast. There's a fireball coming. Oh, he lands on the sidestepper and takes a game over. So Campuna, tough break. We'll also need to start Mario Brothers over. Checking in with our 6 golfers. Looks like we've got 3 runners still on hole 1. It's still holes 1 through 4 for most runners. Arm Polly out in front on hole 6. When Avodrock was running this for the Shardcore 20, it was with a twist. The run was driver and putter only, so I think we'll look at him to mostly be using driver strats on many of the holes, just because that's what he's used to. But he does have the luxury of pulling out the sand wedge if the ball goes into a trap. It's a tough out-of-bounds shot for Avodrock. And Arm Polly putting on a golfing clinic. He is on the 8th hole. He is only 1 stroke over par. Look at that shot by Arm Polly. This is an eagle putt. He taps it in, and Arm Polly is under par. Almost halfway finished with golf. You know, there are different strategies, but at the end of the day, the fastest way to go is to take the fewest shots, and Arm Polly is crushing it in golf at the moment. Quick update on the non-visible runners. Both still playing Mario Brothers. Haggard Hessian on phase 5 and Campuna on phase 4. Arm Polly now with only 8 holes to go. The closest to him is Pico, who's currently on hole 6. Tough break for Noise Police with a shot out of bounds there. And Ariel overshooting the green and into the water hazard. And Arm Polly just keeps going. Taps in for another birdie. A legendary performance so far. I believe he is the only runner even close to being under par. Looks like the best score we've seen so far is Pico with a +7. And there's a tough break for Arm Polly going into the water hazard. Probably one of the first mistakes that he has made in the golf run. But he has bought himself quite a lead. It's currently a 6-hole lead in golf. Haggard Hessian has conquered Mario Brothers and will be moving on to pinball. Campuna moving on to phase 7 of Mario Brothers. Again, I'll keep you up in the loop. But right now, we're currently looking at our top 6 that are all still playing golf, and there is no question at this point that Arm Polly will be the first to finish golf. Pico missing a short putt on hole 8. Tracy into the sand. GG's to Campuna for Mario Brothers. He'll move on to pinball. It's very possible we may have 8 golfers, just depending on how this goes. Yeah, I agree. When Arn Polly had sent in the screenshot into Discord showing that he did a 58-minute run. That was the moment that I said, I think that he's got a good chance. I think that, Arn Pauly put in a 58-minute. Ariel's sum of best is under an hour. But it looks like the actual full run PB is around an hour 2. But I definitely thought that those two were probably the favorites going in to put in the full run. Another par for Arn Pauly as he heads to the 18th tee. The two non-visible runners still on pinball. And Arn Pauly, tough break, out of bounds. But again, the lead is commanding. Both Ariel and Pico now are on the back nine, as is Noise Police. Right now, 2 to 6, the 2 to 6 places, I think, are wide open. As Arn Pauly is massively in front. Arn Pauly finishing golf 1 under par. That is a remarkable score, even completely regardless of the time factor. That is a sub 10-minute golf. Just incredible run, and he will get quite the head start in Wrecking Crew. Pico de Guile has been very impressive in his own right. As he hits the ball into the water. Pico currently in second place among our runners on the 13th hole. He's a hole ahead of Ariel, but he's about 20 minutes behind from a streaming standpoint too. So you take the lead that you can visibly see on the screen and add 20 seconds to that. But it looks like we'll have a lot of runners finishing golf around the same time. Haggard Hessian moving on to golf as well. Camp Huna still trying to find Mario in pinball. I do want to have a chance to listen in on some of the other runners, although right now Arn Pauly, the only one playing a game with music, so it's probably for the best right now. Arn Pauly moving on to phase 4, almost halfway finished. He should be able to grab the golden hammer here. And Arn Pauly taking a death. I think he possibly forgot the golden hammer manip and took the intentional death. I think that's exactly what happened, as he's hitting all the right spots now. There's the golden hammer. He can now break all of these blocks up above with a single hit. And this phase will be a formality for Arn Pauly. Pico de Guile. Nice shot laying it up by the green on hole 16 of golf. Look at this. 15, 15, 15, 16, and 13 for your runners. I know Tracy did not get much practice in with golf, but they're also doing very well in their own right. Camp Huna finds Mario in pinball, so now we have seven runners on the golf course. Pico lays one out into the trees. And it looks like another one, and this will give the other runners a chance to catch up a little bit. On another out of bounds for Pico. So that is rough as Avidrock throws one in the water. The water's not as bad as the water still advances you toward the hole. Ariel in the sand on 17. Pico moving on to 18. We've got 3 runners on 17. This is very, very tight. As Arnpolly on the final phase of Wrecking Crew. Arnpolly may be an entire game ahead here in a few seconds. It's going to be close. Ariel and Noise both on hole 18 of golf. Pico is on the 18th green. He putts in. He'll be moving on to Wrecking Crew. But now Arnpolly will try to play. He'll tackle the SMB trilogy, starting with Super Mario Bros. 1. Again, in the Decathlon, it's just the first 2 worlds, warpless. Arnpolly has a lot of experience with Super Mario Bros. He recently competed in a challenge of the Super Mario Bros. Legend. Andrew G. did a high score challenge for Super Mario Bros., and Arnpolly was a participant in that. Noise Police moving on to Wrecking Crew. Noise Police has really embraced Wrecking Crew as a game. He did a top score speed run in the game. He's got times on the SRC leaderboard now for Wrecking Crew. He's really embraced golf, for that matter, as well. Ariel now finished with golf. So now we've got 4 runners on Wrecking Crew, and Tracy's only about a hole and a half away. Arnpolly with the safety mushroom. And going top route. And the big thing, and this is something that I messed up during Big 20, is make sure you don't accidentally warp. And Arnpolly has passed the first real test of Super Mario Bros., which is remember not to warp. You're not allowed. Pico moves on to phase 4 of Wrecking Crew. He is still holding on to 2nd place. But Ariel in phase 4. Avidrock and Noise both in phase 2. So still very tight, still anybody's game. Yeah, Wrecking Crew, a lot of people have really embraced it, and I think that's awesome. I have a feeling that there will be some people that will continue to do some work with Wrecking Crew, even after this decathlon is over. Arnpolly takes out the first Bowser in 1-4, and his princess is in another castle. We don't actually get to rescue the princess in this run. Avidrock looking for that golden hammer. And Avidrock clearing phase 4 of Wrecking Crew. Noise Police ripping through these stages in Wrecking Crew. He's on to phase 6. He is gaining some ground on Pico Avodrock getting a really bad RNG break on Wrecking Crew. The coin in the final, behind the final wall. They had to clear the entire bonus stage to find that coin. That is a really tough RNG break. And I can't tell. I'm going to go over here. I'm going to give Noise Police a listen here because I think he may have just done a moon. It looks like he might have done the airwalk. Let's listen in to see what he has to say. I caught the tail end of it. And Noise Police jumping into second place with an excellent, excellent Wrecking Crew. I think that's exactly what he did, because whatever it was saved him a ton of time. Oh, but he takes a death. He takes a death in Phase 8. That means he loses the Golden Hammer as well. That is massively costly. Avodrock now on Phase 8. Ariel on Phase 8. Pico on Phase 8. We've got 4 people in the final stage of Wrecking Crew. As Arnpolly continues this dominant run. He'll grab a mushroom for safety in 2-4. I think he's got eyes on the stream. I think he knows how far ahead he is. GG's to Pico for clearing Phase 8 of Wrecking Crew. He'll move on to Super Mario Brothers and be the first one to do so. Noise Police with a great recovery. He's into SMB 1 as well, as is Avodrock. And Ariel, I had to stop and see what was going on for a second. Ariel had originally loaded Super Mario Brothers 2, but no, we are doing Super Mario Brothers. We've got a lot of people there. 4 runners now in Super Mario Brothers. It is neck in neck in neck in neck for second place. Tracy moving to the bonus stage after Phase 4, finding the coin. Update on our 7th and 8th place runners. Haggard Hessian is currently on hole 15 of golf. Camp Huna on hole 11. I think for the moment we need to stick with this group as everyone is just so close that second, third, fourth, and fifth positions are changing and have potential to change at a moment's notice. Noise Police clearing 1-2. Arnpolly will use the Toad strats in Mario 2. We'll check in with him and see. He's going for the fast carpet. And he gets it. So this will enable him to skip almost all of stage 1-2. Noise Police clearing 1-3, Pico in 1-4. Everybody who's in Super Mario Brothers is within a single level of each other. Pico dropping Bowser. And moving on to World 2. Noise hits the axe. He is firmly in third place. Ariel and Avodrock both finishing up 1-4. Ariel takes a hit, but is able to vanquish Bowser in his own right. So we've got 3 runners, about to be 4, all in 2-1 of Super Mario Brothers. This has been very tight. Thought we lost noise for a second there. It was brought up in Discord at the beginning of the week of potentially doing Mario only for SMB2, but at that point it was a little bit late in the game. People had strategized, and I mean we just about 6 months ago for the Big 20, you were restricted to one character only, and I thought to make it more accessible, you can use whichever character you want, whenever you want. So Arn Paul using a mixture of Luigi and Toad. Pico, Noise, and Ariel all going swimming. Avedrock about to join them. I would be surprised to see anyone use Mario, to be honest, in SMB2. I think if you use Mario, I think what that means is that you are relying just on prior casual experience playing as Mario because he's the title character. I don't think that he offers anything in comparison to the other characters. Luigi can jump the highest, Toad is the fastest in most stages, and Princess is by far the safest. That's Arn Pauli now halfway through with SMB2 as he defeats Mouser. Avedrock taking a hit. Noise Police taking a death. Let's check in with Pico.
Hey.
He's about to finish SMB 1.
That's it. So that was 3508. So that's going to be 3538.
Pico will join Arn Pauli in Super Mario Bros. 2 and be the first to do so. Ariel not too far behind, jumping into World 2-4.
All right. This is where I really need divine intervention.
Pico did struggle with SMB2, at least in the practice that he streamed that I was watching. I believe he's done some offline practice. I know he had some strong feelings against Super Mario Bros. 2 whenever we first started running. He's since softened his stance on the game, and he does say that he appreciates it. He can appreciate the charm.
Oh no.
Though he takes a hit. He did skip over the safety
right
1-up.
Because I have a hard enough time doing this bomb drop as it is. Shoot. I did not mean to do that. I jumped down the ladder and I couldn't drop the stupid thing. Okay, I'm big now. I'm big
All right.
now. We're going to be okay.
Pico with an interesting strategy there, jumping up and
Crit Rocket Runner. Hey,
holding
How
on
are
to the
you?
bomb.
Thanks for popping in. Thanks for the
I
good
think
luck.
there are lots of hard
Playing
parts
some Mario races
about
and,
Super Mario Bros. 2.
I'm doing pretty good. Like I'm happy with how I'm doing. I am
Ariel
happy
gaining
with
some
how I'm
ground.
doing. I think it's going well. Doop-a-doop-a-doo. No! Oh my gosh! I almost picked Toad. That would have
Listen
been
in
a
to
disaster.
Ariel, see
Of
how
epic proportions.
that's going. Finishing up with World 1-1. Noise Police back on stage 2 of Super Mario Brothers. I think I may have missed a game over for him. He was able to use the continue code and resume. Avodrock now on the first Birdo fight in SMB2. Meanwhile, Arnpolly about to clear stage 2 of Super Mario Brothers 2. One Birdo fight away. Ariel clearing out 1-2. And we'll now move on to 1-3. Avodrock taking a death. Avodrock on his final life, and he's on stage 1-2. So he may need... Oh, he grabs the 1-up. He grabs a safety 1-up in the jar in 1-2. He does not want to take a game over, even though it's still early in the game. Tracy moving on to SMB2. Noise vanquishes Bowser, and he'll be moving on to SMB2. Still plenty of time to pick up steam. Noise Police has a bit of a special relationship with Super Mario Bros. 2. Super Mario Bros. 2 is the first game he ever streamed on Twitch. There's a factoid for you. And he had said that the SMB trilogy, especially 2 and 3, were going to be in his wheelhouse. So we'll see if he can gain some ground. He did participate in the Big 20, although the Big 20 was an any percent one character only run. So a lot of the stages that we need to do here, basically half of 1-3 and then all of World 2, were not part of that race. Noise does grab the safety 1-up. Pico and Ariel both in the Mouser fight. Haggard Hessian is currently in stage 8 of Wrecking Crew. Campuna in stage 4. Arnpolly currently in the Triclide fight. And that's it for SMB 2 for him. He'll move on to Super Mario Bros. 3. Let's go ahead and listen in on him once again. Both Ariel and Pico in World 2 now of Super Mario Bros. 2. Avodrock moving on to the Mouser fight. Haggard Hessian now on Super Mario Brothers. Haggard Hessian did not run these games in the Big 20, as Tracy is able to clip through the floor there and skip the key sequence. That is a huge, huge time save. Wanted to make sure that I highlighted that. That is an incredible time-saving move for Tracy. Tracy, though, taking a death in the Mouser fight. Haggard Hessian did not run in the Big 20, the most recent one that featured these games. However, when Absolute Katie got her, I believe, 2,000 Twitch followers, she did a celebration where she did a run back of the Big 20, and Haggard Hessian did participate in that. So he does have some experience with these games, especially the Mario trilogy as well. Yeah, and it does look like that is Noise Police now. Moving on to 1-2, another costly game over. Arn Polly clearing out the first fortress in Super Mario Bros. 3. He can grab the whistle, he's just not allowed to use it. And you're very welcome, PR Punk, for the multi-stream. I hope this is meeting your expectations here tonight. Noise Police looking to skip the cave. He's charging up the jump, and he gets it. So he'll be heading straight to the Birdo fight. Mario 2 is tough. I do think it's the hardest game in the Decathlon. You know, it's limited continues. I mean, you can use all the continues in Stage 2. You can just retry if you game over in Stage 1. So it's essentially, 3 chances to beat World 2. But it's still not easy. It's still not automatic. And if you take 3 game overs, you're starting the whole game again from scratch. And that is so costly. I mean, that is a more than 10-minute time loss, depending on when you game over. As Ariel takes a death. So with 2 lives left in 2-2, Pico using Toad here to dig. Toad is by far the fastest character when it comes to digging. Skipping over the cherries, he heads over to the right-hand side, heading toward the door. Haggard Hessian has advanced to World 2 of Super Mario Bros. Avedrock defeats the Red Birdo in World 2-2. Thank you. I've never done this in my life, so I hope it's at least passable. Trying to watch and keep up with actually 8 streams, because we have 2 runners that are not currently visible. Our current 7th and 8th place runners, Haggard Hessian and Campuna 8. Lots of World 2. Pico now on the Triclide fight, so not only has he developed more of an appreciation for Super Mario Bros. 2, but he has upped his game quite a bit, although he is on his last life. So he's going to need to take this fight a little bit more carefully. And he takes a hit. This is potentially very tough. If he takes a hit, he has to play the entirety of World 2 again, and he does take a fireball from Triclide. That is brutal for Pico de Guile. Oh, that is going to drop him from 2nd place all the way to 6th. That stings. That hurt me. Arn Polly moving on to World 2 of Super Mario Bros. Continuing his dominant run in World 2 of a game that no one has even been able to start yet. Pico takes another death and another game over in World 2. And that is tough. I think at this point, I understand it. It's Murphy's Law, right? You have a situation where, you think everything is on the up and up, and then all of a sudden, like, one mistake happens, you get inside your own head, and then the mistakes start to pile up, and I think that's what we're seeing here with Pico de Guile. Avedrock clearing Super Mario Bros. 2. He is the first one to do so. Ariel not too far behind in the Triclide fight. As soon as Ariel goes through the door, he will move on to Super Mario Bros. 3. So the battle for 2nd place right now between Avedrock, Ariel, and Tracy, who is also now in the Triclide fight. one thing that will be very interesting to see is that I know Tracy has declared in the Discord they're a little bit nervous about Dr. Mario. They were struggling during Dr. Mario practice. So we'll see if they can jump into Dr. Mario with maybe a little bit of a lead, because there could be some slowdown to be expected there. Noise taking some safety coins. You don't want to count Noise Police out yet either. Very familiar with Super Mario Bros. 2 and 3. Yeah, Dr. Mario, there's a lot of factors. There's an RNG factor. There is, all sorts of different things that can go wrong. It's the RNG of the initial placement of the viruses. It's the RNG of the pills that fall. There's so much that can go wrong, but we have a few people that are in this race that have done Dr. Mario speedruns of stages 0 to 10, and all you need to do for the decathlon is beat stage 10. Haggard Hessian moving on to stage 2-2 of Super Mario Bros. Camp Huna is on Super Mario Bros. Now in his own right, in stage 1-1. Avidrock and Ariel both in Fortress 1 of World 1. Tracy also in Fortress 1. Avidrock gets the whistle. Again, you can get the whistle. It's well within the rules. You just can't use it. You cannot warp. Armpolly taking a death, albeit not a very costly one. I think he might have been, I'm not sure exactly what the strategy was. They're taking another death. I don't know if these are intentional deaths to manipulate the Hammer Brothers. It doesn't look like it, as he is going back into stage 5. I wasn't sure what was going on there. 2 very quick deaths to 2 chain chomps. I mean, still in very good shape with 2 lives. But if something were to go wrong here for Armpolly, it would be very much anybody's game, as Tracy and Avidrock and Ariel all just 1 stage away from the World 1 Fortress. Armpolly heading to the pyramid. Pico defeats Birdo. He's trying to gain some ground back in 2-2 of SMB2. Noise Police takes a hit in 2-3. That'll make the Tri-Clyde fight a little bit more difficult. I'm not sure what Noise Police's live situation is. Well, he takes a death to one of the Shy Guys. That is a deceptively difficult part of the game. Noise Police still with 3 lives. He's in good shape. Avidrock grabbing a safety item from the Mushroom House. Armpolly taking on the airship. Now, one thing that I think we want to keep track of, especially in World 2, is a death on the airship means that it flies away. You have to hunt it down on the map. As Ariel heads to the Larry Koopa fight. I believe it's Larry. I'm sure that if I sounded more sure of myself, you would have believed me. Noise Police and Pico high-fiving in the Phanto room. Pico gaining ground on Noise. But he takes another tough death. And that's a game over for Pico. Oh no, that is his final continue in Super Mario Bros. 2. He was the second person to get to the Tri-Clyde fight, and he now will be starting Super Mario Bros. 2 from scratch. Now, I'm not trying to pile on, but I think we need to listen in to what's going on with Pico as Arn Pauly finishes SMB3. And it is just silence on Pico de Guile's feed as Noise Police moves to the Triclide fight. Avodrock looks like he's currently in World 1-3 of Super Mario Bros. 3. I am guessing that he died in the airship.
Jeez.
And the airship landed between stages 3 and 4, requiring him to play an extra stage just to get back to that airship. Yes, that's what I thought.
Does anybody here remember Vera
And Pico is going to gut it out.
Remember how she said that we would
And
meet
Haggard Hessian
again
moving in
some sunny day.
to World 1-2
Vera,
of Super Mario Bros. 2. So Haggard Hessian now jumping into 6th place. I want to stick with Pico a little bit longer. But we'll be able to grab Haggard Hessian's feed once Arn Pauly finishes up here. Only 24 viruses to go, and Arn Pauly,
was the second.
a very skilled
Yeah.
Dr. Mario player.
That's fine. That's fine. I felt like I was
Pico
doing
still
like I was
keeping
doing
a
okay.
great attitude in spite of the brutal game over in Mario 2. We're going to jump over, back over to Arn Pauly to make sure that we hear Arn Pauly cross that finish line. At this point, it feels like a formality that Arn Pauly will be your winner with only 54 minutes and 45 seconds on that timer. He is going to easily get a sub-hour. Look at this. 11 viruses to go. And he is putting on a masterful Dr. Mario performance, capping off what has been a remarkable run. Down to the final 6 viruses. Only 3 other players even in World 2. Avodrock, Ariel, and Tracy now all in World 2. Ariel, Tracy taking a death, and that is it for Arn Pauly. GG's to him, a dominant and legendary 55-42 on the timer. That is incredible. Huge congrats to Arn Pauly. That is awesome. I mean, no one else even in Dr. Mario yet. The closest being Ariel, I believe, who is on the Sun level, as I'll call it. The winner of what I hope to be the inaugural, the first of hopefully more than one, NES Mario Decathlon. Just an incredible job. Yes, you did. You 100% played out of your mind. And second place is still anybody's game. It looks like right now it's Ariel's to lose. But an absolute incredible performance by Arn Pauly. I'm so glad that we were able to find a time slot that he was able to participate in. As a new dad, I can relate to that for sure. And Arn Pauly comes in and dominates the competition. Very, very well deserved. The first one to earn that Salsa Shack badge for clearing out the run. I can't say enough good things about this run. I mean, it was never in doubt. Finishing golf under par to me is I mean, I don't know that we had anybody else in single digit over par. And the strategy seemed very much casual fast, and it was incredible. Under 10 minutes, just awesome from start to finish. Plus 9 in practice. That is awesome. All right. We are going to grab the stream for Haggard Hessian and put him in that spot. So just bear with me here for a second while I do that. We want to make sure that we feature new runners as people cross the finish line. Thank you so much, Arm Polly. GG's to you. I can't say enough about that run. Just so well done. So well deserved. And if this is something that we want to keep doing, there will be no question that he'll be the favorite in 2021. Or 2022, rather. Before tonight, I didn't know that Arn Polly existed. Now I know that he's a legend. Oh, that's awesome. All right, let's get Haggard Hessian here on the layout. I don't know why it disappeared. It was there. All right, this is good. We can close a browser window. We can get some CPU back. Oh, thank you guys so much for the bits. I really appreciate that. I'm glad that you guys are enjoying it. And again, I want to give another huge shout out to the Salsa Shack. It's unprecedented for this community to let a non-mod curate and run an event. I really appreciate. I can't say enough and how grateful I am that you all had faith in me to execute this. It means so much to me. I'm so glad that I was able to share this idea with you. I am, quite frankly, overwhelmed at the positive response that it got from the moment that I revealed the game list. I hope that I have done the Salsa Shack justice through this event. All right, we've got Haggard Hessian in there now. It's not perfect, but I don't want to lose sight of what's going on here. As Tracy is on the verge of finishing Mario 3 and moving on to Dr. Mario. Ariel is finishing Mario 3. We'll move on to Dr. Mario. It's going to be a race between the two of them for second. Now again, Ariel's feed is about 45 seconds ahead.
Touchdown!
Yep, we've got a raid.
Raiders!
We've got Arn Polly coming in with a party of 2. Thank you so much. I'm up there with Arn Polly. Hardly. I'll tell you what. I mean, I can maybe do a little bit of commentary here, but I'll tell you what. I can't run these games anywhere close to what he can. I barely got a sub 70 whenever I was doing fun runs. Haggard Hessian moving in to World 2 of Super Mario Bros. 2. Ariel with 38 viruses to go. And we've got a hype train going. You are all so generous. This is the first hype train in the history of this channel. It means a lot that you all share this with me, having some, just enjoying some Mario runs. Avidrock now finishing Mario 3. He moves on to Dr. Mario. We've got both Avidrock and Ariel in Dr. Mario. Tracy not too far behind, and again, it's a little bit deceptive. There is, like a 40-second gap.
Who do you think you are? I am.
It's Ulti with the sub. Thank you so much. Much appreciated. You guys are I'm just overcome with emotion. I'm trying to commentate. But the support of this community is awesome. Here we go. Bird Base with the sub. Oh man. Ariel with 20 viruses to go for second place. Tracy moving on to Dr. Mario. We've got 3 people now competing for second place. And again, with that, with the situation with Tracy being about 40 seconds behind what we're seeing, this one may come down to the timers. Both Avidrock and Ariel playing on medium speed, Tracy playing on low. Thank you so much, Metalixer, for the compliment on that sub alert. Only 12 viruses to go for Ariel for second place. And again, Ariel, the one thing I will say as an extra special shout out to Ariel is competing at 4 a.m. in his time zone. This race started at 4 o'clock in the morning. So now we're talking, it's after 5 a.m. as this hype train just keeps rolling. Thank you so much for the bits, PR Punk. 2 viruses to go. 33 left for Tracy. Tracy kind of jumping ahead of Avidrock here. And that is a dot done for Ariel, finishing in second place with 1 hour, 5 minutes, and 50 seconds. According to the timer, with a little bit of a late start on the countdown. That should firmly put him in second place. So GG's to Ariel there for sure. I think we're going to go ahead and grab Camp Huna so we can get all 6 of the runners that are still going. As Avidrock and Tracy both about to finish in Dr. Mario as well. Let's make sure I get rid of the right one here. That is true. It's Mar 11. It's not Mar 10. All right, I want to give it a second here because we'll go ahead and we'll see. All right, there we go. I don't know why this, of all things, is like crushing my CPU. That hype train keeps rolling. Ariel, thank you so much for the host. GG's to you with your second place finish. Let's grab a screen cap for Camp Huna 8, who is in Super Mario Bros. 2, so we can watch everybody cross the finish line. It's a little bigger than I want. All right, I'm trying to resize this, but my PC is going a little bit haywire. Trav White, thank you for the sub. Y'all are too kind.
Who do you think you are? I am.
Sauce DLX with a sub also.
Who do you think
Man,
you
this
are?
means so
I
much.
am.
Chrono triggered with the sub. My goodness.
Who do you think you are? I am.
Pico de Guile. Oh, my goodness, this is crazy. I did not expect this at all. And I don't want to make this about me. I want to make it
You
about
are? I am.
about the runners here. And this is not Ariel. This is Camp Huna 8. I need to update that. My goodness, you guys. I am shook by your generosity. Avidrock clears out with a 109.25, not to be lost in the hype train. Noise Police has moved on to Dr. Mario. We're going to get this, I promise. All the nice things that you guys have said about me, and I'm letting you down. Not getting this this text updated, not getting these feeds captured. All right. We've got everybody. Avidrock, GG, like I said, 109.25 as a final time. Yeah, 10 games, 10 goals. And we know it's possible to do in under an hour. The main thing was I wanted to have it be a situation where it was accessible to everybody. I wanted to make sure that anybody could come and pick these games up. We had 2 weeks. I announced the games 2 weeks ago today. As Tracy has 23 viruses left, although things are really stacking up for them.
Who do you think you
This
are?
might be a chance
I
for
am.
noise. Camp Huna with the sub. Thank you so much. I know that capture is a little bit wonky. I
Who do you
apologize.
think you are? I am.
We're trying to do it on the fly. God of Worst with the sub. I am so overwhelmed
Who do you
by
think you are? I am.
the generosity. Oh my goodness. Look at these gift subs from Joe Polito.
Who do you think you are? I
Oh, it's
am.
Camp Huna, God of Worst, Ariel, Inubito, and Aries Fire Tiger all getting gift subs. There's the raid from Avidrock. Avidrock,
Who do you think
GG's
you
to
are?
you.
I am.
And we can actually start taking feeds completely out now. Avidrock finishing in third place.
Raiders.
There is the raid. So get rid of that. And get rid of that refeedception there. All right, five runners remain. We've got 2 in Dr. Mario, 1 in Super Mario Bros. 3. 2 in Super Mario Bros. 2. 3 deaths on that second airship. The hype train is up to level 5. You did not find the manip. All right, we'll make that clear. I mean, I guess in terms of, so I guess although you didn't find the manip, I know that you were the one that brought it in as a viable strategy for, for this particular, yes, other manips that were not included. You'd found manips to get a high score, but I imagine that over the course of that, is Pico taking a tough death in SMB 3? Noise Police with 5 viruses remaining. Yeah, I mean, you went ham on the pinball science regardless. I mean, you're not the first person to find it. That's true. I mean, Shardcore, who has the world record for rescuing Pauline, was using that manip, I think, long before you did your deep dive. It is fair. But you did bring it to the table. Noise Police 1 virus away from clinching 4th place, and there it is. GG's to Noise Police. 1 hour, 14 minutes, and 4 seconds. GG's to him. And he is wrapping up. I'm not sure if he'll have...
Thank you for the GG's. A minute 14, sure.
Listening to him.
We died in Mario 1. We had to start the second world over. We died in Mario 2. We had to start the second world over.
Yeah, Noise Police did take a couple costly deaths.
Mario 2. We noped out of it. But man, we had some good looking stuff, didn't we? We chased airships all around. Hey, I got greedy. Yeah, man, what am I in it for the swag? Okay, let's put some...
We'll go ahead and clear this out. This is going to look a little bit messy now, but no reason in keeping those up when we do not have active runners.
See how things are doing. This is way later than I
GG's to Noise Police. 4th place in the inaugural NES Mario Decathlon.
This is for Christine. Ugh.
And we're going to shift over to Tracy and listen in to them potentially crossing the finish line here with Dr. Mario.
That I don't like puzzle games. I enjoy Tetris. Tetris is fine.
They were concerned about Dr. Mario. That was mentioned in the Discord.
I'm trying to think about what to place anywhere. I just don't know. Especially when there's 26 viruses in here. That's a lot. What the hell am I... I can't think. Oh my god, it's not where I wanted to put that. That would have been a really good...
Haggard Hessian moving on to SMB 3. He and Pico now. Although Pico quite far ahead. I'm
also slightly colorblind.
Seems
and for
to
some
be
reason, the
poised
red
for
and the
6th
yellow are
place.
Mixing together a little bit sometimes. That's also cool. But that's a me thing, I guess.
All right. Thank you all so much for that hype train. 12 subs, 3,700 bits. Those are emphatically channel records. I've never come in. I think I've maxed out at four subs. So I'm really glad that this event could bring some eyes to the channel. I'm just overwhelmed by everyone's generosity. Pico,
the rules are fair, but also very
be ready
restrictive at the same
to
time,
wrap up the airship here. $25 viruses left for Tracy.
That did not fit in there at all. Alright, well that sucks.
Pico could end up right on their heels here, and Pico loves Dr. Mario. Pico de Gallo was ecstatic when Dr. Mario was revealed as the 10th game.
God.
it's possible that he may be able to pull ahead and sneakily grab 5th place. Although you have to go back to the tough deaths he took
So I can clear about half of the amount. Actually, less than
in
half.
Mario
I cleared only
2. Ariel,
20
thank you so much
viruses,
for
I'm just
participating. I know you. I think you just
really
found
into
the
it.
event yesterday. I'm just like, hey, I want to run these games, and to come in and to finish where you did in 2nd place
Mario's
is
not
just
even a real
is
doctor. Like, come on,
remarkable.
you can't fix things by throwing pills at stuff, dude.
You're very welcome for the host. Yes, get some rest. Like you said, 5:24 a.m. I would not have the guts to do that. GG's to you. You did an amazing job. Thank you so much for participating. I'm glad you were able to be part of this. Pico de Gallo moving on to Dr. Mario. So watch out here. It is entirely possible Tracy starting Dr. Mario over. Pico's got to wait that 30 seconds, but we may see a very tight race, and those two, their streams are very close together. Actually, it looks like Pico's stream is about 30 seconds ahead of Tracy's. For some reason, I thought that they were more in sync. Haggard Hessian taking on Boom Boom in World 2 of Super Mario Bros. 3. Campuna clearing 2-2 of Super Mario Bros. 2. And Pico playing on high speed. Let's jump over and listen in. He seems pretty confident that we may have a Dr. Mario clear. What a combo! And Pico putting on a Dr. Mario clinic. Let's listen in.
This is actually like.
I am so very concentrating on this right now that I all I can say is thank you.
It's tough.
And that I hope you are doing well.
Because
and I hope that you
again,
enjoyed, a
Pico
little bit
was
of,
firmly
Russian
firmly in
across the
2nd place. He was the 2nd person to make it to the Tri-Clyde fight, the final fight of the Super Mario Bros. 2 goal. He took a game over, and then at that point, I think the nerves set in, the mistakes piled up, and he ended up taking a full game over and had to play. He essentially played through the Super Mario Bros. 2 goal
sure what to do with
twice, and he is ripping back to potentially finish 5th. With 19 viruses to go. He knows his Dr. Mario. He's dropping those viruses. Oh. Didn't mean to do that.
Why did I do that?
Alright, only 12 viruses left for Pico de Gallo.
Giving me some useless stuff here.
Haggard Hessian moving on to the World 1 Fortress in Super Mario Bros. 3. Pretty firmly in 7th place. It's Campuna digging in World 2-2 of Super Mario Bros. 2. Pico 3 viruses away. I think it's a formality at this point that Pico de Gallo will finish in 5th place. The final virus, he just needs blue to stack on top of it. And then that will be all she wrote. There's one, and there's the final two. That is it. GG's. Pico de Gallo. 1 hour, 22 minutes.
We'll call it 20.
And 20 seconds.
22:20. Oh, man. Oh, man.
Fantastic
It's
job by
salty.
Pico.
Look at you throwing them bones. Thank you. Noise Police, thanks for the GG. So what happened here? I don't know where the raid came in. Where did that noise police? Oh, noise police rated with 16. Awesome. Thank you. 20-minute pinball. Avodrock, you were not on pinball for 20 minutes. You're like the pinball guy.
Some fun banter from the
Oh,
Salsa
man.
Shack.
Hey, Pico, and thank you for the Mr. Beto sub. Yeah, you're
So
welcome.
I mean, what could have been
Let us run
for Pico de Gallo?
Oh, thank you for the shout out
that
on the
is-
marquee there.
That is
Yeah.
tough.
Yeah. Oh man, I didn't do
All
good.
right.
I didn't do all that great. I had a
All right. Let's
tragic
listen in
game over in Super
to
Mario Bros.
Tracy here. And Tracy definitely has some concerns about finishing. They may be considering a forfeit. We'll definitely keep you posted on that. But once again, GG's to Pico de Gallo for finishing in 5th place with a time of 1 hour, 22 minutes, and 20 seconds.
Yeah, this is too much.
Haggard Hessian moving on to the Fortress in World 2. Campuna with 14 extra lives, and he has completed World 2. He'll be moving on to Super Mario Bros. 3. Let's go ahead and get Pico out here. As we keep up with our final participants. In the meantime, let's have a listen in to Haggard Hessian for the first time, as he is fighting Boom Boom in World 2. Yeah, Campuna now moving on to World 1-2 of SMB 3. I intend to stick with every runner here. I want to see this through.
Oh, good. They're watching me. Gotta watch the swearing.
Tracy taking a breather. The timer's still running.
Well, that was risky.
So we'll see what happens here. But we've got 2 players in SMB 3. Haggard Hessian moving on to the next stage, and it looks like Tracy is going to continue. gunning for that.
What the?
That 6th place finish.
Come back.
I know it's technically a speed run, but I think in situations like this, it's important to take your time. If you can clear the viruses near the top, it does get easier. And I think you just have to accept that you are eventually going to have the wrong color on there at some point, and you'll have some garbage that you need to clear out.
Are
You
you?
know, it's important.
I don't know why I used that, but oh well.
Haggard Hessian struggling a little bit with the sun level.
You stupid bastard.
He's moving on. Close call there. And here comes the sun. This was the subject of many of my childhood nightmares. And he gets it. Let's go ahead. Let's listen in on Campuna for a little bit. Here comes the sun. The sun almost cleared up Haggard Hessian there. All right, let's see if we can make this layout make a little bit more sense now that we're down to 3. Nope, I'm still. Oh, I grouped them together. Why won't they move together? Because I actually didn't. That's why.
Why not?
There we go. That's what I wanted to do. An hour and a half in. Just bear with me here while I get these
Terrible.
lined up at least a little bit better than they are.
What's up? Howie Long in the crew. Oh my gosh. What's up?
It's not perfect,
Sorry. I did this once.
but it makes more sense than it being all over the place.
I'm terribly knowledgeable about Mario Brothers 3.
Here we go.
But I was able to do this beating World 2 or whatever.
Yeah, I would imagine most people that were involved in the hype train got founders badges because this is not a channel that has received a bunch of subs. So it's probably founders badges for just about everybody. Appreciate everybody sticking around to see this through. Tracy. Pills kind of starting to pile up here a little bit up top, but about halfway done. 20 viruses left.
Okay, one more world.
I think the strategy at this point would be to clear that garbage near the top of the screen. Oh no.
Suck it. Sorry, I'm trying.
Campuna clears World 1, he'll move to World 2. Halfway finished with the Super Mario Bros. 3 goal.
Yes, yay, you're back to your old self again. Oh, great. Yes. Can you just go? World 2.
Over halfway there for Tracy. 19 viruses left. There's a horizontal clear.
What?
I think at this point now they need to give priority to clearing out the garbage up near the top of the screen. It's making it very difficult to maneuver pieces around. Haggard Hessian avoids the boomerang brother
Look at that.
and clears the stage.
I'm jumping blind. Okay. Don't know what I'm doing, so I just go.
16. There we go. Look at that. 16 down to 16. Tracy navigating a mess of vitamins. But this is still very doable. I think it's just important to start working on over on that right side. A red and blue combo would be very helpful.
Get me fish.
But Tracy is really struggling with Dr. Mario, and that potentially makes it anybody's game here. Haggard Hessian is one fortress clear away from jumping in to Dr. Mario in his own right.
There we go. Look at that. 3 shrooms. What is that? Just one? 1, 2 up. Okay. Hey, we need all the 1-ups we can get.
And that is the clear. Haggard Hessian letting the wand bounce off the floor, but grabs it. And that does it for Super Mario Bros. 3. He will be now the 7th runner to make it to Dr. Mario. I'm not familiar with his Dr. Mario experience or lack thereof. Huge combo from Tracy there. They are clearing some of those vitamins out.
Alright. Bastard.
Everybody doing a great job tonight. They have made this so much fun to watch, to commentate. Everybody showing heart, everybody playing their hearts out. I hope that I've been able to go the distance along with them here. I hope I've done their play justice.
Oh god. Oh thank god.
And Campuna finishing the fortress in World 2. And thank you guys again. Thank you so much for allowing me to do this. You know, I've said it once. I'll say it 1,000 times if I have to. I know that it's not standard, you know, in the Salsa Shack for, you know, events to be organized and curated by non-mods. You guys put a ton of faith in me by letting me do this and letting this event carry the Salsa Shack brand, the Salsa Shack name. And I'm so grateful for the opportunity, and I hope, you know, those of you who were, you know, paying attention to the VOD while you were doing your runs. You know, I hope I did the name justice. I know some people in Discord said they want to go back and watch the VOD. I hope that, you know, I hope that you find that to be enjoyable as well. Tracy taking another game over in Dr. Mario. That puts Haggard Hessian on track for 6th place. Although there is some garbage piling up there as well.
Play some cool tunes.
I appreciate it, Pico. I appreciate it a lot.
Oh, come on. Land on the
Again, we've got 3 runners going here, and I don't want to make this about me. It's about the work that you guys put in to learn these games, to learn these goals,
Best chance to get, like,
and to perform on this stage tonight.
that reminds me.
Avidrock, get some rest. GG's again to you once again for your 3rd place finish. You're very welcome. Haggard Hessian 26 viruses away in Dr. Mario. It is a tough one.
Okay.
And again, I think for Dr. Mario, it boils down to you have to realize it's not every piece is going to be a perfect fit. You're going to get, garbage that you have to clear out.
This
And it's just, it's just a matter of
Oh my.
trying to
What?
keep it as under control as
That song
possible.
looked mighty mean.
Damage control
Looked angry.
is critical in Dr. Mario. It's a tough game. It's a very unique game. I thought that was a good attempt. Haggard Hessian close to halfway finished with his Dr. Mario run. Look at that huge clear and a combo as it drops in.
Oh my. What?
Campuna now once again in the nightmare fuel level that is the Angry Sun. And
Oh
he
my
clears
gosh.
it. He's getting close to Dr. Mario in his own right.
All right. Progress. Let's. Oh. No. I'm just gonna get the extra life here.
And I believe that we may
Whatever.
have
we
a
get.
forfeiture for Tracy. As they have exited Dr. Mario on the flash cart.
Got this last time too. I never used it.
Let's listen in on Haggard Hessian.
Hey, do I go 4 or 5? Don't remember what I did last time.
As he is potentially about to cross the finish line with 10 viruses left. There is some garbage there, but he is mostly in good shape. Yeah, it looks like Tracy has officially forfeited. So this is now a battle for 6th. GG's to Tracy. Tracy did a phenomenal job. Did not have a lot of experience with Dr. Mario prior to this. And I think, unfortunately, ultimately, was defeated by that game. Hi, doggy. Hello there. All right. 2 runners left. Haggard Hessian now just 7 viruses away. Oh, I thought I paired these together. There we go. All right, bear with me. I'm going to try to resize these. I don't know if it's going to give me the results I want. It's actually doing just exactly what I want, so that's great. We're learning on the fly. I've never done this before. It's a little stretchy. I think it's fine. GG's to Tracy. I will say very, very good effort. Made it all the way to Dr. Mario. Now just one virus away for Haggard Hessian. Having trouble even... Okay, I see. It's a tough situation, or at this point needs a double red in order to prevent any sort of garbage. This is a tough situation. What will happen first? Double red. We are building a significant well here. Is Haggard Hessian? Oh, that's a tough placement of that vitamin. That's gonna potentially get him stuck, and there, and there's the game over.
Oh my god!
With one virus remaining, Haggard Hessian must start Dr. Mario over. Camp Huna is in the fortress of the airship of World 2 of Super Mario Brothers 3. He's one level away from also being in Dr. Mario. We may have a photo finish for 6th place. That is a tough game over.
Oh no!
And I think we're seeing something kind of very similar with Haggard here to what happened to Pico in Super Mario Brothers 2. I think that when something goes wrong, especially when you're on the fast track to being the next person up to finish, and something goes south in the run, it's easy for that to get in your head. The mistakes can pile up. And it was a very quick game over for Haggard Hessian. Camp Huna died on the airship. He has successfully chased it down. Sitting on 13 lives. Lucky number 13. All right, Camp Huna going into the pipe. He will face off with Morton Koopa Jr. 3 hits, and Camp Huna is headed to Dr. Mario, although he takes a tough death from the wand. Again, plenty of lives, but now he has to chase down the airship. Will he stop in the Mushroom House for insurance? He will.
Dummy. They are not giving me anything that I want.
RNG is not the friend of Haggard Hessian. He was one virus away. Now 19 viruses away. Campuna getting close to being back in the Morton fight. Yeah, I think this could be down to the wire. We'll see what happens in Dr. Mario. I mean, Haggard Hessian with quite a lead, but Campuna with another death.
Fuck.
"17 viruses left for Haggard Hessian as Campuna continues to chase down the World 2 airship.
Ah, that's not.
He grabs the mushroom. I'm not sure if he's keeping up with the restream and knows how close he is to potentially overtaking Haggard Hessian. He's one bad Dr. Mario finish away, potentially, from snagging 6th place. "14 viruses left. Haggard Hessian very much on the inside track to 6th place as Campuna does finish World 2 of Super Mario Bros. 3. He will move on to Dr. Mario. We have 2 runners left, both in Dr. Mario.
No, this is going to shit quick.
You have to give Haggard Hessian credit. He found out about this event mere hours ago. He was playing. He was just doing another Mario stream, and a friend of ours, Donatello86, had popped into his chat and I guess let him know about this decathlon.
Oh man!
And that is tough. That is a tough break
When
for
I
Haggard
practiced
Hessian.
this the one time earlier, I did it on the first try. And
Campuna
now
has
it is
overtaken
just-
him now with a 4-virus lead. We've got 2 Dr. Mario players now. Again, not familiar with the skill level of either of them, of prior history with the game. Campuna takes a game over, brings Haggard Hessian back in the mix. Now with only 30 viruses remaining, Haggard Hessian back on the inside track. Yeah, I 100% agree. Anything can happen. Haggard Hessian was down to the final virus in an earlier run. But the garbage kind of piled up and he had to take a game over. But he's working back now he's over halfway with 18 viruses left. 31 viruses for Campuna.
And now I'm just destroying it.
That's a good placement there. Underneath the yellow virus. Sometimes the fastest thing you can do is take your time. There's a good pile up there. He'll clear these blues out.
No, that's
He's got to
not
be
what I
mindful of that stack. $12 left. 28 for Campuna, now 27. This one could come down to the wire. This one could come down to some RNG. Clearing out that that garbage in the middle. Here's a 2 virus clear, down to 8 now. They're all in a single column. We just need some smart placements. There we go. 2 more viruses out of the way for Haggard Hessian. Again, found out about this event tonight, hours before the start. Started practicing about 2 hours before. Did not even know the goals. And I think that context is important because I think it's a very good showing. Now down to 4 viruses. Yep, Campuna still dealing with some garbage there. 4 to 24.
There we go.
1 final virus, and this one looks like a much easier clear than the last one. Just needs 1 more blue half, and that'll do it.
There we
All
go.
right, GG's to Haggard Hessian, finishing in 6th place. He did an early split on his timer, so we do not have an exact time for him. According to my
Thank you
clock,
guys for
around
hanging
1
out.
hour
I'm gonna go ahead
55
and raid,
minutes.
Captain Caveman.
Haggard Hessian is finished. So I'll leave it up to the group. We have 2 options here. 22 viruses left for Campuna. I'm willing to stay and commentate his run to the end if that's what we're gonna do. Or his run to the end if that's what we're gonna do. Let's listen to Campuna first of all. Or we can send this raid. We can send a raid over to Campuna. We can all cheer him across the finish line in his chat. I will leave that up to the group. I'm not gonna do an official poll. I'll just listen in and see what you guys think.
What?
For now, we'll put him front and center.
What are you doing?
I see the pros and cons of both. Ultra minimalist, thank you so much. You want to raid? Tell you what, let's raid Campuna. He's got 15 viruses left. He most likely will finish in 7th place. Tell you what, he's got 15 left. Let's see what happens here on this run. I would, because I mean, if he finishes here, I'd like for it to be on the VOD. So let's see this one. If he ends up needing to take a game over here, we will raid him and we will all cheer him across the finish line. Yes, Haggard, you did hit the timer early. The timer was stopped for pretty much the entirety of Dr. Mario. It was not running. Yeah, let's see what happens with this single run for Campuna. That way we'll have the potential completionist VOD. He's got this 13 more to go. Doing a great job clearing out that garbage.
Get red.
He needs to do a little bit of work to get to those viruses, but he knows the plays to make. Could get better. 69. Nice.
Okay, we're panicking now. Full panic mode.
It's full panic mode for Campuna, as he said himself.
Oh my gosh.
And after a period of time, the game does speed up, and that's what we're seeing here. And I think this is going to make it a little bit more difficult. 11 left. Oh, that's a tough rotation. I don't know. Oh, he drops blue in that well. Oh, this is getting rough. I'll tell you what. We are going to go ahead and we're going to throw a raid over to Camp Huna. I'm going to stick around with you guys. We're going to see this. We're going to see this through. But let's raise him up here in chat. And let's stick around with him. Give him a follow. I am so grateful for everything that you guys did today. The hype train was incredible. The feedback was incredible. I'm so blessed to have had a chance to share this with you guys. I'm very overwhelmed by the feedback. It's probably going to take me some time after I sign off to process that. My understanding is that if I can technically keep streaming, but I can host Camp Huna. So I believe that his finish will still be on the VOD even after a raid. So that's what I'm going to do. It's just going to take me a second here. Because that was one thing I didn't want to cut stream, especially if I'm going to watch him and have his finish not be on the VOD. It's just going to take me a second here. But yeah, that speed up is tough. I mean, he's roaring back.
Oh Jesus, what are you doing? Oh Jesus. Well, what are you doing? Oh Jesus.
All right, GG's to all the runners. I want to give a shout out once again. To all the runners. I want to give a shout out once again. Sorry. Okay. Big apologies there. Okay. Once again, Arm Polly, Ariel, Avodrock, Noise Police, Pico de Guile, Haggard Hessian, the terrific Tracy, Camp Huna. This has been awesome. It's been an honor to share this with everybody. We're going to set up a raid for Camp Huna. I will keep rolling. For the sake of having a complete VOD. But let's send you all over there.
Oh, come on,
See him to the finish. Thank you all so much once again, and have a wonderful, wonderful night.
Alright, I got this.
Oh, yeah.
Shit, man.
And only six
In there.
viruses left for him. 4 viruses. He's just about finished. Down to the final 3. Now just 2 left.
So close. Oh, I missed the 2 hours. Damn it. Oh well.
Be just over 2 hours. There's the final piece he needs, and that is it. GG's to Camp Huna 8 for finishing. I could have just held out another minute or so.
Oh shit. Oh, the swap didn't work. Oh well. Thanks for the GGs. That was a lot of fun. Appreciate the Salsa Shack for setting that up. Captain Caveman. Captain Caveman got his stream up.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and cut this here. I'm glad I was able to get all the finishers on the VOD. Once again, if you're watching the VOD and seeing this to the end, thank you all so much for your generosity. It means so much. I'm going to go try to sleep and try to process all of this. Incredible. Thank you all so much. I'm not sure when we'll be back, but have a wonderful night.